I'm John D. Clark, attorney at law, and this is J. Clark Law, the channel. On this channel, I discuss interesting legal issues. I even answer your legal questions. I also interview very interesting people. And today I have a very interesting person with me, a very important person in the Sumter community, and that is Sheriff Anthony Dennis. Good morning, Sheriff. How are you?
Good morning. Good morning.
All right. Well, I appreciate you being here today on the J. Clark Law channel. Most everybody in Sumter knows Anthony Dennis is the sheriff, but most people may not know much more about you. So I wanted to try to help inform the people who their sheriff is. So now you're a native of Sumter, correct?
Yes, I am. Sumter County.
All right. And you're from the Rembert area?
Rembert community.
Okay. And you went to Hillcrest High School.
Graduate of Hillcrest High School.
Okay.
Proud graduate of
Okay,
Hillcrest High School.
all right, all right. Now, you've been sheriff of Sumter County since 2004, is that correct?
Yes, I took office in January of 2005, actually.
2005, okay. So it's been about 15 years now.
Yes, it has.
Okay. Time flown by, hasn't it?
Very.
Okay. All right. Now, Sheriff, from my understanding is you got into law enforcement in 1982, is that correct?
Yes, I did. I came in as a deputy to Sheriff Hazel Reeves in 1982.
Okay. And then you worked your way up to ultimately become the sheriff, is that correct?
Yes, I have.
All right. So tell us what kind of positions you held during your climb to the top.
You know, fortunately, and it has to go with my leadership as sheriff today and knowing the sheriff office, I came in as a deputy in 1982. And I've held every rank within the sheriff's office, the organization, sergeant, lieutenant, captain, major, chief deputy, and 2005, the great citizen of this county elected me sheriff. I've held positions such as commander of the narcotics division. I've been the patrol lieutenant, uniform lieutenant. I've also held the major of operation, responsible for the budgeting of the sheriff's office, the salaries of the employees. Then I was promoted to chief deputy in 2000, which I actually did day-to-day operations and reported directly to the sheriff.
Okay.
At that time, Sheriff Tommy Howard Mill.
I believe you also attended the FBI Academy, is that correct?
Yes, I was fortunate in 1996. Requested through Sheriff Mims at that time to be applicant for the FBI Academy in Quantico, Virginia. One of the, I think, third graduate in history at that time of the Sumter County Sheriff Office. And he granted my permission, and I was selected to attend the FBI Academy in Quantico, Virginia.
Okay, and that's, I mean, not many people from Sumter have ever done that, is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. All right. Now, you mentioned Sheriff Mims, great guy, now deceased, great sheriff of Sumter. You were his chief deputy, correct?
I was his chief deputy, and he was almost like a mentor to me as well.
Right. And I think everybody knows when he left office, he really wanted you to be the sheriff, didn't he?
He indicated, and he actually personally told me that.
Right. And he endorsed you when you ran?
Well, not publicly endorsed me,
Okay.
but we talked about it, and he even made a statement. Sometimes it's not good to get endorsement
Right.
from incumbent. Just
Right.
pretty much work on your own,
Okay.
and that encouragement and motivated me to my campaign as well.
So he didn't want any of his baggage to affect you. That makes sense.
Well, how that goes.
I understand. But so he made you chief deputy, and I don't think it was any secret that he thought that you were the man that should succeed him as sheriff, and you've done that very well. So now, in the Sumter County Sheriff's Office, tell the people how many deputies you have.
I have 129 sworn deputies. I have 147 employees, including civilians.
Okay, so you got a big operation out there.
It is.
And your office is out on Highway 15 North?
It is, yes.
Okay, and y'all been out there how long now?
5 years we moved from Hampton Street here in Sumter.
Okay, and tell me, why did the sheriff's office need a new facility? Was the old one outdated? And tell me about that.
Outdated. At that time, we were housed with the city police department, and we had outgrown that facility. Actually, we had grown it some years prior to that.
Right.
And,
So you really needed that new facility.
county government and our city government felt that it was time that we had our own facilities.
Okay. And how has it gone out there? Is that been a big help to you in running your operation?
Oh, yes, well, we are more personal now with the own employees. I can have my meetings, at that time, we did not have, our facility did not provide a room, a multi-purpose room that we have now. When there's some type of emergency meeting, or in case we've had the hurricanes, the tornadoes, and they had briefing prior to that. But now I have that space in that area, and it's been beneficial.
Okay, great. Now, Sheriff, with over 100 deputies and 140 some odd employees, I know you can't run the agency by yourself. You got some great people in leadership positions. I believe your chief deputy is a Deputy Hampton Gardner. Is that correct?
Yes, Chief Deputy Hampton Gardner.
And he's been around for a while.
He is 36 years.
Okay. And then Major Allen Daly, he's the Commander of Administration.
Yes, he's the Major of Administration.
Okay, and then you have Major Terrence Coakley, he's the Commander of Operations, is that correct?
Yes, he's the Major of Operations.
All right, now, you recently, within the past year or so, or 2 years, I don't know how long it's been, you have been given the authority to operate the detention center, also known as the jail, correct?
Yes, in September 2017, I actually, County Council granted me control of the Sumter Lee Detention Center at that time.
And that's where Major Darrell McGaney is your chief deputy out there, is that correct?
Yes, he is the title of Commander of
Commander.
the Sumter County Detention Center.
Okay, so now, before 2017, you did not have the responsibility of the detention center. How has that affected your operation? Can you speak on that a little bit and tell us what's going on at the detention center?
Well, a lot goes on at the detention center.
Okay.
It's almost a role reversal from what we were doing as a deputy. But fortunate, I had the opportunity to learn and certainly have been trained to operate a detention center. You're not only dealing with the personnel, the employees, but we have a capacity of 500 inmates at Sumter County Detention Center. And we're not probably full capacity, but we also house federal inmates out there as well.
Okay.
Of course, the liability, that's a lot of issues that come through the detention center. But I have great personnel, with the deputies and the detention officers, and we've overcome most of the obstacles that we've been confronted with.
Okay, but a challenge nonetheless.
It has been a challenge.
Okay, all right.
Something I probably didn't need at the end of my career, I guess.
I